So what is up, y'all? Dubs Mind here, and today we're doing a bit of a different video in the sense of the format, where it is game preview, but we're doing two games, Clippers and the Bucks. Reason why is I mentioned this on a previous video, I'm going to be pretty busy for these two games, so probably won't have enough time to make the video, during the usual time frame that I do. So I'm making this literally a few hours after the Jazz game. This is actually my second time recording, because I forgot to start my screen recording while I was doing it, so I only had the audio recorded, so now I'm actually getting both. So this is my second take. It probably might go really fast though, honestly, because now I know what I'm going to talk about, but that's the kind of situation it is. It's going on right now, so that's why Clippers and Bucks are doing both. Injury report is going to be pretty outdated, obviously, because we're not going to be recording close to the actual game, so we'll see if it changes, but I'm going to go off the best of my assumptions here. So matchup predictor for the Clippers game has the Clippers at 54%, we have 46%. It's fine, all things considered, even if the Clippers are pretty bad, because of the fact that they've been playing really well these past few games. We're actually at LA, which I did not notice when I was recording it the first time through. We beat them pretty thoroughly our first game against them. But again, it's not gonna be at Chase, and it's gonna be at Intuit Dome. Kawhi's been playing really well these last few games. So they're definitely a team to make sure you take care of business, because they're not a slacker team. Injury report, we'll go over it. Even though it probably won't be super updated, but just so you can make some good assumptions potentially of what might happen. So Al Horford taken off of this. He's probably going to play against the Clippers and probably the Bucks, because I don't think it's a back-to-back. LJ Cryer probably still out. Seth Gray obviously still out, because 2 weeks for reevaluation. That puts him at January 13th for the reevaluation. Not necessarily that means his actual return day, so probably might be even more in the future. Clippers, Bogdan Bogdanovic is out. Won't return against the Clippers' current homestands without a timetable ahead of, or for a return ahead, so he's probably not going to play against us. And then obviously Bradley Beal's been out for the season, and I'll do the Bucks later. But yeah, they've been pretty good. So if you look at their last 10 games here at StatMuse, they've been 6-4 in the last 10, but they've actually been 6-1 in their last 7. So pretty good. They had a blowout loss today against the Boston Celtics, which is very surprising, because I don't think it was a thing where they just didn't play their whole team or anything. I think they just got, oh my god. Okay, Jaylen Brown got 50. Holy. Yeah, I mean, Kawhi and Harden played, but they still lost to the Celtics by 31. I mean, again, I get the Celtics are good, but the fact that, again, you're losing to a team that doesn't have their main guy is still, slight red flags, I mean, Jaylen Brown 50, sure, but also you let Derek White drop 29 on your head, so that's one thing. Jordan Walsh 13, Anthony Simons 15, yeah. I mean, they had their whole roster playing, but they still lost, so yeah. But I mean, they've been pretty good though, again, still, nonetheless. They beat LA, the Lakers, they beat Houston, they beat Portland, who's a pretty solid team, and they beat Detroit, obviously, who's been a really good team. And I mean, they've been shooting a lights out from 3, even if you don't consider just the wins here. If you take the whole 10 games, 39% from 3 is really good. So, we got to guard the 3 well. They're scorching hot from there. Kawhi's been probably shooting well, and obviously James Harden always does. And turnovers, it's not the worst thing ever, not the best, but 14 is still a decent amount, so you can hopefully maybe capitalize on that. 39 rebounds. Let's see, what is their season average? You guys can tell I'm on the Bucks already, because again, that was my first time through recording, but 39 rebounds. Oh, they're right. That's their season average, and yeah, I assume that's not great numbers, and yeah, they're down in the bottom of the league when it comes to rebounding. And we've done pretty good effort on putting effort on getting the boards and stuff. So if we can crash the boards against them, we can probably have a pretty good time. Obviously, lowering the turnovers for ourselves, especially because this Jazz game, you kind of showed how well we can do with low turnovers. And also, I forgot to mention the game from the Jazz just a little bit. I did mention this at the beginning of the video when I first recorded this, but I forgot to mention it now for this video. I mean, that was a pretty good game. We did a good job of passing the ball, low turnovers. It was pretty much a good game of what you would like to see. Obviously, the Draymond injection is not what you would like to see, but the second attack was not really the greatest. The first one was even worse. Second one's bad in the sense that they called it so quickly after the first attack. It's just let him talk it out, especially if the refs know they made a bad call and they have to own up to it, but they didn't, because it was very obvious to that end baseline ref there that the guy on the Jazz was in there. I think it's Kyle Filipowski. He was there for way more than 3 seconds. The broadcast count, it was around like 5 seconds or like 4.5 seconds. The ref was right there. And, you know, Draymond called them out for it. The ref got mad at him for calling them out for it, and they got him the tech. So I don't agree with the first tech. Second tech, a little too quick. Not as bad, but still was pretty bad in my opinion. They should rescind the first tech if all I care. They should rescind the first tech in my opinion, because again, that was a terrible call. Should have never been even happened in the first place, because if they did their job and actually, you know, called calls, that should have just been a 3 seconds in the key by the Jazz, and it should have been our ball. So it's kind of annoying. Yes, Draymond got ejected, but it's also really annoying at the fact that refs aren't just doing their jobs, you know. So yeah, Billy Kennedy was nice though. He was good today. But besides that, it was a pretty annoying situation. But anyways, yeah, that Jazz game again though showed really well. As long as we keep our turnovers though, we can have a pretty good time. So yeah, that's definitely a good thing to keep out for. I think for the Clippers game, I know I said Draymond was X factor for that game and we still won, but I would say X factor is still Draymond for the Clippers game, because again, coming off the suspension or whatever you call it, ejection, we'll see how he responds. And again, we need him for his defense, especially against like Kawhi. Yeah, James Harden was mainly the problem when when you play the Clippers this season, but now Kawhi's balling out, so we need a good defender on Kawhi. Draymond didn't do the worst job ever at Lowry, but Lowry was still balling against him, so you hope that Draymond can lock in again and play better against Kawhi. So I'm gonna have him as the X factor. And then yeah, let's get to the Bucks game now, which is 2 days later. So no back-to-back, which means that Al Horford's probably still playing and DeAnthony Melton's still probably playing. So we'll probably have our full roster unless some injury happens during the Clippers game. Same thing with the Bucks. They have a game before ours, so we'll see. So far though, their injury reports like this. They have Gary Harris, where he was questionable for today's game, or no, not today's game, tomorrow's game. So he probably might play against us. And then Giannis is probably against the next game against the Kings. So there's a good chance that he's probably gonna play against us too. Torrey Prince ended up having a disabled player exception, which the Buck applied for. So yeah, he's probably not playing. He has a herniated disc or something. So again, I think both teams should be relatively healthy, unless again some injury happens in the middle. Magic has us winning by quite a lot, 64 to 36%. Giannis obviously is the main guy. Ron Rollins torched us during the last matchup, so definitely keep an eye on him. Our former second-round draft pick that thrived well on the Bucks. He was never going to develop under our situation, so it was good for him to get to the Bucks and develop there. He got a lot of minutes because of the fact that Damian Lillard went down early with his injuries and stuff like that. I would say, honestly, for this game, Steph is probably the X factor, just because of the fact that he didn't have a horrible game, but he was 8 for 19, pretty inefficient. Ron Rollins played pretty good defense on him, so you hope that maybe Steph can play pretty solid and just have an efficient game. He can score 20 as long as it's efficient. I think that'll help out a lot with our team and open a lot of different shots for other people. Yeah, this game was where we kind of lost the game, where it was like we had like a decently okay lead, 4-point lead, and then boom, they had a immediate run, 79 to 75, and immediately went to 79-87. So yeah, we had another run here that was like that the Bucks went. So yeah, we lost this game under our own decision, honestly. Nothing really the Bucks did too much from what I remember. It was just bad on our end. So for the Bucks, they've been pretty middle of the pack in terms of the last few games. They've lost against pretty bad teams like the Washington Wizards and the Grizzlies. So, we'll see. They haven't been playing that bad either though. It's been pretty solid numbers for them. 37% from 3 is pretty good. 47% from the field goal range is pretty low, especially with the team that has Giannis on it. I know some of the games he probably didn't play because of his injuries and whatever. Pretty high turnover games here and there. And if we just look at their season stats, they were 22nd in offensive rating, 18th in defensive rating, so nothing really good. I know I didn't check the Clippers for this, but it's fine. But yeah, I think, this game, as long as Steph plays well, I think we'll be fine. And everyone just doesn't turn the ball over like crazy. They have a lot of good double-digit scores here, though, so it's that. And again, their 3-point percentage. Oh wow, they're actually just really good. Oh yeah, right. No, I remember they talked about this on the broadcast. Yeah, they're a good 3-point shooting team. So if anything, the percentage has been dropping a little bit, but still 37% is still fine. That's like good for like 11th or 10th in the league, I think. So, you know, they're still a good 3-point percentage team, but just not as good as they were. But yeah, overall, like, they've been pretty middling. Even these last few games, Clippers are the one that are more dangerous because again, they've been playing pretty well. So yeah, again, for both games, what we can say is low turnovers and getting good shots. That's mainly the, you know, kind of the whole story of the season. So if we can do those things for these 2 games, I think we'll have a pretty good time. And I think that'll be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. It was, you know, a bit unorthodox of the way I did this video, but, you know, I have my situation. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.